If this were 5 or 10 years ago, James Wiseman would be the no-brainer number 1 pick in this draft. He's 7'1" with a 7'6" wingspan. He's not a serviceable big guy. He's got a chance to be a great big guy in the league. He reminds me a lot of Chris Bosh, except he's bigger and longer. When Chris Bosh came out in 03 from Georgia Tech, both left-handed, and Wiseman can shoot it. You know, the questions about, well, can he stretch his range out? He's got a good shooting touch, and he's mobile. He can move laterally, so he can set screens and actually get out and guard him on the perimeter. And I think he can stretch that range out to three-point range. And if the Warriors were going to take him before, I wouldn't change the plan. I'd still take him.
You're watching NBA Draft 2020, presented by State Farm. Now, Anthony Edwards added to the Minnesota puzzle for the time being. And the team that will make the next selection is the Golden State Warriors. And if you happen to just be joining us as the Warriors are on the clock, word came from Woj that this afternoon, Klay Thompson, who was coming off an injury to his left ACL, injured his right lower leg, the severity of which is not known yet. So the Warriors were anticipating going into this draft with Steph Curry healed and ready to go, with Klay Thompson healed and ready to go. But now they're waiting to see how severe that injury is to Klay Thompson. And certainly we're all hopeful that it is not serious. But Golden State's on the clock right now. Have a chance to add and perhaps recharge this dynasty. What do you expect from them in light of the injury and really how they should approach this?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of swinging in the dark here, RD, because depending upon what I'm hearing about the severity of the injury will probably shift slightly maybe to what I decide to do. I don't know if I'm getting Klay Thompson back soon or not. But look, I'm on the side of saying, hey, they were already kind of playing around with the notion of trading the pick, right? That was something that was on the table before. If you can trade the pick to a Chicago Bulls for the 4th pick and get a guy like Wendell Carter, then you get your big. What also maybe getting a guy like Danny, who we talked about before, that gives you that bigger size guard that can still defend, that can maybe do some of the things Klay could do, not shoot the ball as well enough, and buy you some time until you get Klay back.
The Warriors are really smart. And I think the one thing in light of this Klay Thompson injury, to your point, we don't know the severity of it. They know more than we do, obviously, right now. But I think you stay disciplined and you stick to your plan and you don't overreact. So if LaMelo Ball was your guy, you take him. If James Wiseman was your guy, you take him. If you were going to trade the pick and you get what you want for it, then you pull the trigger on that. But I don't overreact to this, and I think they're too smart to do that.
I think the two options here are James Wiseman and LaMelo Ball. But if you do end up moving back, another name to think about is Tyrese Halliburton out of Iowa State. I think he's a perfect fit with this Warriors group. He doesn't need a lot of volume on the ball to be effective. He's a ball mover. He really shoots it. Fits their style perfectly.
Isaac Okoro wouldn't be bad there either from Auburn.
Isaac Okoro, a guy who had a good season for Bruce Pearl last year, but the pick is in. The Warriors have made a decision, and now on his way to the podium with the selection, the 2nd overall in this 2020 NBA draft. Here's the Commissioner Adam Silver.
With the 2nd pick in the 2020 NBA draft, the Golden State Warriors select James Wiseman from the University of Memphis.
James Wiseman at his home in Nashville, Tennessee, played just a few games for Memphis this past season, but he goes 2nd overall to Golden State. A big, versatile guy. He has his virtual moment with the commissioner, and he has his Golden State Warriors hat at the ready to go. He was the #1 recruit last year in 2019. Played for Penny Hardaway in high school and in college. Played 3 games at Memphis before withdrawing for the NBA draft. And you see that he was a force and he was prepared. He had people talking in the preseason last year with Wiseman and Precious Achiuwa both being at Memphis that perhaps they would run it all the way to the Final Four. It didn't unfold that way as Wiseman had a long and winding road. He credits Penny Hardaway for making him into the player he is.
Me and Penny Hardaway, we met really in my junior year. He told me just how to approach the game, how to study film every day. He taught me about the game of basketball, how to think the game, and just like how to be in the game and how to be in the moment. He would tell me a lot of stories about Shaq, just like how he ran the floor for his size, and really just me and him studying film about Shaq. If we mess up on a play or something, or like if I mess up or make a mistake, he'd be like, "Man, what you doing? You need to get back on defense." Or he'd be like, "Man, you messing up. Like, you really just messed up that play right there. Man, we gotta make this perfect." And then he would just give me a death stare like, then I'll be like, oh man, suicide, so gotta get on the line. You have a coach that already played in the NBA, and him knowing like how the NBA plays, it helped out my game a lot, and it really impacted my game in a positive effect.
Here is Wiseman's reaction to being selected second overall. Man, you never get tired, you never cease to be amazed by the emotion and the gravity of the moment when they know it's coming, and yet still when the moment happens, it hits really deep. He's just a tremendous fit.
Yeah, he is a complete package as a big guy. 7'1" with a 7'6" wingspan, incredibly mobile for his size, and he can finish at the rim. He's got really good feet, and you can see that little turnaround jumper. He can score in the post. He can step away, knock down a 17-foot jumper. But I think he can also stretch that out to NBA three-point range. He can block shots. He is a big-time rebounder and a lob threat as well. The question is going to be, has the game changed so much that a big guy like this, who I liken to a bigger Chris Bosh when he came out of Georgia Tech in 2003, I don't think the game's passed by great big guys, and I think James Wiseman has a chance in this league to be a great big man.
James Wiseman going second overall to Golden State, and the newest Warrior is with Malika.
Thanks, Reese. James, congratulations. After everything that you've been through, both personally and collegiately this year, what does it mean? How does it feel to finally call yourself an NBA player?
I mean, all praises be to God first, but just me going through this adversity made me stronger as a person, and I'm truly ready just to go to Golden State and just to go and just learn as much as possible and just be the best version of me and just work every day.
How have those rigors prepared you for what you were going to face in this league?
It's been great adversity, just having God on my side, just leading me throughout the way, having Coach P on my side, my family on my side, and really just building my mental toughness and just creating that chip on my shoulder to where I just stay humble but just work hard every day and just leave all the praise to God.
And because of the pandemic, James, you haven't played organized basketball in over a year. What, for those who haven't seen you play, what do you bring to this Golden State team?
Just versatility, be able to rebound, run the floor, block shots, and just space the floor out for my size. And I've been playing like a lot of pickup games and stuff this summer, and like I've just been really improving my game every day. So I'm ready and I'm prepared.
Congratulations, James. Reese.
All right, so the Golden State Warriors, in case you just happened to be joining us late and hadn't heard the news, Klay Thompson was hurt in a pickup game. Adrian Wojnarowski reporting that earlier today. The extent of that injury is still to be determined. Certainly we're hopeful and send our best out to Klay, who's coming off an ACL tear in his left knee. The right leg was the leg that was said to be injured today. But as far as what Golden State has done so far tonight, what do you think of it so far, Jay Will?
Look, I mean, getting James Wiseman, I think, was the right move for them. A guy that is versatile, a guy that I think can really do a good job defending pick and roll. And when you think about them in the Western Conference, think about some of the bigs he has to go against, Anthony Davis, Jokic. There's so many talented bigs that I think his versatility, his size, and plus I think also the skill, Jay, combined playing with Stephen Curry, if Klay Thompson's back, Andrew Wiggins, using him in pick and pop scenarios can be very highly efficient for this team.